Celebrity chef Tom Kerridge is among those urging Labour to do more to combat food insecurity as part of its forthcoming child poverty strategy. Tom and the other campaigners said a program designed to assist families with young children in purchasing nutritious food is currently falling short and requires reform to encompass more individuals in need. The Healthy Start scheme, operational in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, caters to expectant mothers over 10 weeks into their pregnancy or families with children under 4 receiving specific benefits. The initiative facilitates the purchase of healthy foods like milk and fruits and provides free vitamins. Labour's Child Poverty Task Force, in collaboration with the devolved governments, is set to unveil its strategy in the spring. Lending his voice to the cause as a signatory, Kerridge, 51, said, "It is unacceptable that in a country like the UK we still have such a high number of households with children suffering from food insecurity." Kerridge underscored the critical importance of proper nutrition for children, stating, "We know how important it is for children to eat properly so they can grow up and thrive." The government's Healthy Start scheme has the potential to help but is currently not reaching the people who need it most. Improvements to the scheme need to be urgently included in the government's upcoming child poverty strategy. Signed by representatives from various charitable organisations and medical bodies, the letter addressed to Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson, Health Secretary Wes Streeting, and Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall, stressed the necessity for urgent improvements to the Healthy Start scheme. In an impassioned plea coordinated by the Food Foundation, experts are calling on the government to widen access to nutritional support by including all families on universal credit and to extend the range to children under 5. They also advocate for an inflation-aligned increase in the value of aid provided and favor an auto-enrollment system to replace the current opt-in approach, which is seen as a barrier that deters families from seeking aid. The campaigners said, "Through weekly payments for food and multivitamin supplements, the scheme has huge potential to help families at risk of food insecurity." Sadly, however, the scheme has been much neglected in recent years. Urgent improvements are therefore needed to prevent malnutrition and give children the best possible start in life. Highlighting a stark divide laid bare by the Food Foundation's research from last year, food insecurity concerns were found to be prevalent in nearly 1/5, 18%, of UK households with children. This rate contrasts sharply with 11.7% of households without children experiencing similar challenges. Child hunger in the UK is a growing problem, particularly in the context of a difficult economy and rising inflation. According to charities and official reports, many families in the UK are struggling to afford everyday necessities, including food. This has led to many children not having enough nutritious and adequate meals. Some factors contributing to this problem include rising costs of living. inflation and rising food prices mean many families are unable to meet their children's food needs. Inadequate social support. Although there are support programs such as food benefits, these resources are not always enough to help all families who need them. Poverty. Some areas of the UK have high levels of poverty, which directly affects families' ability to access food. According to reports from organisations such as the Trussell Trust and End Child Poverty, a large proportion of children in the UK are facing food insecurity and are not getting the resources they need to grow up healthy. These organisations are calling on governments and communities to increase support and provision of food for children, as well as tackling the underlying causes of poverty. It is also important to note that food insecurity not only affects physical health, but can also impact on children's mental health and learning. The issue of food insecurity in the UK also has long-term and far-reaching implications for society, particularly for the younger generation. Here are some key aspects of this issue. 1. Impact on children's health and development. When children do not receive adequate nutrition, their physical and mental development is affected. Studies have shown that nutritional deficiencies can lead to serious health problems, such as malnutrition, anemia, reduced immunity, and learning difficulties. Children who are undernourished often have difficulty maintaining concentration in learning, which affects their academic performance and future career prospects. Two, learning in the future. One of the important factors in children's development is their ability to learn and absorb knowledge. Children who are undernourished often have difficulty maintaining concentration and energy to participate in learning activities. This can lead to falling behind in education, which in turn reduces future career and professional development opportunities. Three, social and economic impacts. Children's food insecurity can lead to a vicious cycle of poverty and inequality in society. Children who do not have access to adequate nutrition have fewer opportunities to improve their family's living situation when they are adults. This not only affects individuals, but also creates economic and social burdens for the community as a whole. The costs of healthcare, education, and social support can increase significantly as a result of these problems. Four, solutions and actions needed. To tackle child food insecurity in the UK, collaboration between government, charities and the community is needed. Some solutions could include improving food assistance programs. Food distribution programs or cash transfers to poor families can help reduce food insecurity. However, these programs need to be expanded and improved to ensure that no child goes hungry. Improving nutrition education. Nutrition education programs in schools and communities can help families better understand how to care for their children's health and nutrition, even in difficult financial times. Improving poverty. Measures to increase social benefits, improve minimum wages, and create employment opportunities for poor families can help reduce poverty and food insecurity. The government should also continue to support families affected by inflation and high living costs. Support from charities and communities. Charities such as the Trussell Trust, Fair Share, and others are working to provide free or low-cost food to families in need. Communities can also contribute through food donation campaigns. '5. Government and support policies. The UK government needs to implement long-term policies to address the root causes of poverty and food insecurity. Increasing funding for social services, ensuring the rights of families with children, and creating economic opportunities for poor areas are essential measures. The government also needs to protect food assistance programs and ensure that families can access these resources easily and effectively. Child food insecurity in the UK is not just a food issue, but also a social justice, education, and public health issue. To thoroughly solve this problem, cooperation and efforts from all parties in society are needed.